All right, welcome back to Black Magic Forkery. You want to know what else is black magic? This sweatshirt, which you've probably never seen me in a sweatshirt on this channel. I can't remember for sure. It's really cold and rainy out, so I'm trying to be cozy. Anyway, let's start off with number 19, Kinetic Sculpture by Ivan Black. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. The problem is, won't it eventually stop? And then you have to do that. Oh, and then it lines up at the very end? Okay, that's actually pretty cool. And then every time you have someone over at your house, you can be like, look at this thing. It only costs like $100,000, but I can spin it. What can you do with your $100,000 piece of artwork? Oh, you don't have it? You just have the money instead? I bet you can do a lot of stuff with that amount of money that doesn't involve spinning a sculpture around. Still pretty cool though. What is this forkery? Okay, these connected small cubes can change shapes for your inspiration. So you can build a saw head cage if you want. What the heck? How did you just tap it and do? It's like real life Minecraft if blocks were attached to each other on hinges in Minecraft. It's like, it looks like there aren't that many blocks, and then you do the crazy thing, and then there are just like a lot of blocks in there. And how are you doing that? All right, it's pretty cool. I'll give it to you. Hey, Hypixel devs, here you go. This is a new addition to your game, if it's not already in there, so you can make things even cooler and more interesting. This drone shot. Oh, it's the Jaws shot. Is that the same as the Jaws shot, or is that the reverse? Hold on. Okay, so I think that the drone itself is flying backwards while zooming in. Whereas I think the Jaws shot was the reverse. I think that it was a dolly forward and zoom out at the same time. Anyway, I think that's kind of where the shot became famous. It's like him on the beach, and then the shark thing happens, and then he's like freaking out, and then it does the cool effect. When you basically are doing the opposite thing, because there's subtle differences between zoom and actually moving the camera away and forward, it does cool things. Thermal foam blocks at 2200 degrees Fahrenheit can still be held with bare hands. Yeah, I personally would probably not do it. Someone was like, hey, that thing is at 2200 degrees Fahrenheit. You can go pick it up. I promise you'll be fine. I'd be like, you know, the amount of reward that I get for picking it up, it doesn't really outweigh the possibility of my fingers coming off, so I'll just not. But you can do it. Go right ahead. I assume it's because it has such low conductivity. The heat transfer out of it is so minimal. It's such a good insulator that like it just doesn't basically transfer the heat to your fingers quickly enough for there to be any damage to you. So I get it, but also don't really feel like taking that risk, even if someone's kind of given me the okay and demonstrated. I'm like, you're experienced with this. I'm gonna not. Impressive two-tone mural. Oh, you look through one side and you get a skeleton. You look through the other side and you get, that's pretty cool actually. Huh, yeah, that's pretty, man, that would have had to take so much planning on how to execute. Wouldn't you get so, oh, I wonder if the person who was painting this actually wore like all blue glasses and all red glasses while doing the painting so that they could just filter out the distraction while making each of the different layers of it. That's probably how they would do it. Otherwise it'd be like real distracting to try to do both of them at the same time, but I don't know, maybe it'd be easier because it's kind of like an outline. Yeah, beauty is only skin deep. We're all just skeletons underneath. Seeing sound waves on guitar strings. Heck? How does this, wait, what the, okay, how does that work? Oh, I'm like mystified right now. It's like one of those, I don't know if you've ever been to Disneyland, for example, but they'll have this, it looks like one of those arcade jackpot light ring machines, except it spins around and has a bunch of characters in different positions of an animation, but they're actual physical like figurines in different positions, and you spin the thing around and then the light flashes at about like 30 times a second. And then it just looks like if you stare at one spot, it's just a character that's performing some kind of animation, even though it's really the ring spinning around. So I assume it works similarly here, except the light is consistent. I wonder if this is like a symptom of the camera being 30 frames a second, or if it actually looks like this to the naked eye as well. I assume it looks like it to the naked eye, otherwise it'd be kind of a silly demonstration. Huh. That's pretty cool. Burning ammonium dichromate. Probably don't try this at home. It's gonna be one of those things that like is a big foam that comes up or something. Is that what? No, maybe not. Oh, it's like a miniature little volcano. I see. Yeah, everything looks a lot cooler when you do it in slow motion. If only we could just like, snap and see everything in slow motion. It'd be really helpful if we could pause and rewind life. But, okay, there we go. I had a feeling it was gonna end up doing this at some point. Yep. All these reactions always end up with like freaking foam tentacles kind of sprouting out of things, and I'm sure it also comes along with like very, very toxic gas, so maybe don't do this yourself. You don't know exactly what you're doing, or you don't have a thumbs up. I didn't inhale this. Wear a gas mask. Do it in a fume hood, although this probably damages the fume hood. It's a little bit too much fire and smoke. So, just don't go buying random chemicals and mixing them together, even if you think you know what you're doing. What are you... Okay, what is he about to... Alright, what? Are you about to get 2 strikes? Oh my god. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. How many times did it take for you to practice this? What the heck? How did you just... What the heck? This should not be... What? Alright. So there are like professional bowlers, and they compete, and there's professional bowling league, and occasionally I've seen it on like ESPN and stuff. This must be like another secret league above that or something, where instead of being able to bowl 10 frames and you get like 2 tries each, you get 10 frames, but you have to bowl 5. You only get to bowl 10 times, and they have to be like 2 back to back, and both balls have to be in the lane at the same time. It's like another level. It's very secret society. This is leaked footage from one of their competitions. How many tries did that take? How many times did you have to do? How much practice? How did you? Oh my god. Yeah, it's okay. That's the most impressive thing I think I've ever seen. Ever. Meanwhile, I can hardly just get it down the lane without putting it into the gutter. The pattern on this guy's plaid shirt seemingly changed depending upon the color of the light. Okay. Whoever manufactured this shirt, if they didn't do it on purpose for the sake of creating a really cool effect if you're at some kind of music festival, they need to capitalize on this. Or other companies need to come in and capitalize on this. I don't know how many colors are on this shirt. Probably a lot of colors, but damn, that's cool. And there is a market for this. If I had the interest in going to clubs and going to music festivals, you bet. Okay? But there's so many applications here. Just think of what you could do. You could do text. All right? You could do it'd be hard to predict the order. Okay? But just think if you were the actual musician performing. You could sync the light show to do the lights in a certain order so that whatever shirt you're wearing it could be like frames of something happening, or it could be words like subscribe to Jordan Reacts or buy my new album. There are so many things that you could do with this. And if it's not already been done, then it's a real missed opportunity that I've just thought of, but maybe I need to start a company of selling club clothing. Just your ordinary flipping pigeon, that's all. Flipping. Oh, wow, that was pretty cool. I wonder if that's a trained bird? It's doing it again! What the heck? Yo. Okay, at that point, it's got to be on purpose. And also, why were you filming in slow motion? You must be familiar with this particular pigeon and know that it does flips. Why is it doing flips? Now I'm waiting for that inevitable comment in the comment section that this is a reflection of the bird having some kind of terrible disease, and it flips trying to dislodge something that's stuck inside its abdomen, and it fruitlessly tries over and over again, and eventually it succumbs to its illness. Just wait for it. It's gonna be there somewhere. I say as I'm not scrolling through the comments, but I'm just gonna assume. Also, though, maybe it watched some Olympics through someone's window and it was like, I can do better. These idiots, they're grounded. I can fly. Get wrecked. Ah, yes. Fork gravity. Oh, this thing. Man, we actually saw this in the past with a roll of duct tape and an air gun. I guess you can do it with anything that's circular and on its own. Just kind of watch out for your toes, because after you stop doing the air gun, if you don't grab the thing, ooh, that would hurt. There are a couple times that I've dropped screwdrivers in my life. One time when I was really young, I dropped a screwdriver and it just stuck into the wood floor. I didn't say anything. I was like, nobody will notice that I've just gouged the wood floor accidentally, and I won't say a word. Hope you don't watch this video, Mom. Osprey counters Kota Ibushi's move. Oh, I'm assuming these are fighters or something. Okay, so I'm assuming this is like WWE, right? This is... some impressive acrobatics. I'll give you that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, you gotta give it to those wrestling companies. They are pretty impressive acrobatics. I will say, I saw a wrestling thing in person, and it was like very different because you didn't have the announcers who were saying all these things. And you also, I feel like you get sound effects and stuff if you're watching something like this where it's on TV or it's in a video. But in person, I was like, you're so far away. You only get one angle, so they're not showing you like the optimum angle, right? And there's no announcers, so I was like, this is so different. It's the only time I've been to one in person. But still, you gotta respect the acrobatics that go into it, because it's impressive to be able to do all that stuff without actually accidentally hurting someone, which must happen every now and again. Pretty cool. Burning sparkler under the snow. Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that it would actually like keep going. I would have figured it would kind of go out, which is a little bit disconcerting, right? You think, okay, you know what? Let me just, this is a safe place to use this fiery object because there's water all around. Oh, apparently this water doesn't do me much good to snuff out the flames. Huh. Guess I'm not as safe as I thought. Shoot. Laminar flow. Wait. Oh, what the heck? I thought that was ice. Oh, God. Now I don't like that. Why? Do they have what? Is this like one of those clips where they put a speaker up to a thing of water and then they tune it so it's at 30 hertz so it matches the speed of the camera, so that the reason this works, it doesn't look like this in person, but it looks like this on camera? Oh, God, I thought it was an icicle, and now I'm just, what the heck? How does that even happen? Oh, messed it up at the very end, though. I didn't catch that the first time around. Messed up the flow, dude. Probably started emptying. Okay, that's just weird. Art forkery. The first thing that I looked at, and then the comment section really confirmed it. Oh, I'm gonna have to rewind to the beginning and give you a little pause there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Gotta like that multiple perspective art stuff. But hold on, I'm gonna pause right here. Okay, here's the first thing that I saw. It really does look like it's just a big, just it's going pee, but it's like very, very big. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, oh, I'm sorry that you were born with this really inconveniently large dong. Let me help you empty it. All right, I see that you require assistance, sir. That's really what it looks like. I realize it's supposed to be a bucket, but it doesn't quite look like that. Alrighty. Anyway, it's a cool piece of art, though. Waterproof and windproof survival matches. That doesn't look like a match. I'll be honest with you. That looks. Yeah, that's not a match. I don't know what your definition of matches is, but that's definitely like something else. Also, probably really good at starting accidental fires, so only use in a snowy environment, preferably, even though we now know putting it under the snow can't actually snuff it out either. So what do you do in a situation like this? Holy Short. It's an appropriate title for the top post of the last month. Oh, I've seen, I don't know if I've seen this one before, but I've seen something like it. It's just, you have the building and then you have projectors that are, projecting an image onto the building, and they're just able to match it up well enough so that it looks like the building itself is actually moving. It's a pretty cool effect. I haven't seen something like it in person. I'd like to, but pretty cool. Take a lot of effort to actually, choreograph a show like that. Probably a lot of work to do, but cool effect. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Black Magic Forkery. Hopefully your mind has been blown a little bit. I don't know why the bowling shot is not the number. That was on another level. That's the most impressive thing I've ever seen. I never want to bowl again because of how inferior I am to that person. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Black Magic. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to music playing in the background, link is in the outro and the description over on There Music. I'll see you next time.